Tucked beside Dodger Stadium in the heart of Los Angeles, there's a small appointment-only shop where culture, craft, and identity are stitched together one hat at a time.
And we call these a campana, it's a bell, but this is just the hat body.
Marquez Clásico, founded by husband and wife team Gilberto and Cynthia Marquez, is reviving traditional Mexican hat making with a personal touch and deep cultural roots.
I started making hats as sort of remembering what my dad used to wear, and sort of keeping that memory alive and that craft alive for a younger generation. And I never got to make my dad a hat. And so to see people who bring their father in for a custom hat, I feel so much pressure to make sure that it's right.
It all began in a Brooklyn apartment in 2016 with a pile of discarded hats, YouTube tutorials, and Gilberto's vision.
Every day we are bettering our technique, our skills. I would think about Cheech Marin, my dad, my uncles, people who wore hats and went lowriding, the old school Chicano vibe. And then on my mom's side, she was into quebraditas, Ezequiel Peña, and Antonio Aguilar.
Determined to master the Sombrero de Charro, he sought out one of the last artisans who still makes them.
And so I contacted the maestro that I knew. I said, can you please teach me how to make a Sombrero de Charro? And he said, no, too busy. And I think it had something to do with me being from the United States, in Chicano. I kept calling him and kept asking him, please teach me. And I kept bothering him for about 3 years. And finally he said, okay, book a flight and I'll teach you. And I guess he thought that I wasn't going to book the flight. And so I booked the flight at that moment and went out to Jalisco to go and learn with him. And I took the course, and then I got a certification for making sombreros de charro.
Gilberto is now one of only about 11 people in the world with that knowledge, and it doesn't stop there. From lowrider fedoras, tejanas, and to ornate charro sombreros, Marquez Clásico now crafts heirloom quality pieces, blending old school Chicano aesthetics with timeless Mexican artistry.
I hope that with these hats, people see the diversity in our culture, the strength in our culture. When you wear a sombrero de charro, you are dressing up in the uniform of Mexico. It's to be respected. It is Mexico. When you think about the sombrero de charro, it is the most iconic piece in Mexican culture, next to the flag.
Every hat begins with a conversation about identity, style, and emotion. And every hat becomes a canvas when Cynthia picks up her tools.
It's pyrography. Pyrography is wood burning with a needle, like a fine needle. And I started with that sketching, and then from there I transitioned into burning into hats, and then from there I took a small course of tattooing, and I got to learn different techniques, and I put that into the type of needles that I use when I engrave hats.
Born in Puebla, Mexico, and raised in New York since she was 9 years old, she's engraved everything from agave to a Vicente Fernandez portrait, animals, and everything in between. Cynthia's designs can take one day to a week to even months, depending on the design.
Started with just drawing agaves, became a bigger thing than I ever expected, and I think I feel honored that people get to trust me with their hat. It's a hat that's going to last them a very long time, and it's going to have a piece of me in them, and it's a hat that's going to be passed down to the next generation. And I think of that every day. I'm like, shoot, in like 70 years, someone's gonna have this hat and it's gonna have something of me. So it's such an honor. I get to do this, and people get to walk with my art in their hat, and it's just different. It's a canvas, but my canvas, it's a fedora.
Cynthia says she draws most of her inspiration from her roots.
I think the biggest inspiration is, I think it's being Mexican, and as maximalists that we are in our culture, I think it's what inspires me. Frida Kahlo inspired me. My grandma inspired me. My roots, the flowers, the nopales in the garden. So a little bit of us this is our cultura.
From family heirlooms to celebrity commissions.
But we put the same care into a hat that we make for someone who's bringing their father. who's getting their first custom hat as Madonna.
Each piece is custom made, a collaboration of tradition, storytelling, and skill.
Above all, when people are talking about Marqués Clásico, I hope that they see what we're doing, what we're trying to do. I hope it's caught in the spirit in which it's intended, which is to represent this old classic culture that goes back generations. And what we're doing is bringing it to a younger generation in a digestible manner.
From their garage to global recognition, Gilberto and Cynthia Marquez are proving that fashion can be more than style. It can be heritage. For Marqués Clásico, every hat tells a story, and every story deserves to be worn.